All I can say is Native Instruments, you got something good here. Don't let this fall to the wayside. Don't do it.
Bolo!
All right, before we get started, make sure you guys go ahead and check out my drum kits. They are dope and they are very cheap. Go ahead and click that link in the description, check them out and go get them. I'm telling you, they're gonna help your productions. And like I said before, they're cheap. So go ahead and click that link in the description and check out my drum kits. Also, if you're in need of some equipment just like the Maschine Plus, go ahead and click that link in the description and head over to zounds.com. They have a whole bunch of stuff on the site that requires no credit or background check. Now, it's not all the stuff on the site, but it's a good amount of stuff on the site that requires no credit or background check. All you have to do is order it and then link a debit or credit card to it. You can go ahead and pay it off in monthly payments, and that's it. You can go ahead and use it and pay it off while you're using it. So go ahead, click that link in the description, check out some stuff through zounds.com and get you some gear today. No credit or background check. Can't beat that. All right, so now that you got some new equipment, you need to protect it, and the best place to go to is Analog Cases. They have cases for just about everything, and I ended up getting a case for my Maschine Plus, and it fits my Maschine MK3 as well. So when I'm not using my Maschine Plus, I can go ahead and put it inside the case and it will stay protected. The case has a ton of foam in it. It is made specifically for the Maschine Plus or the Maschine MK3. Either one. It is dope. You can travel with it and you will have a peace of mind knowing that your equipment is protected. Now, they have a whole bunch of other stuff on their site. You can go ahead and click my link in the description to head over to the site. You can choose any case because they got cases for just about everything. And then you can go ahead and actually save some money because, you know, if you click my link, you'll save some money. So go ahead and check out Analog Cases right now. They have a ton of stuff on their site and make sure your gear is protected. Click that link right now. Now, let me get this straightened out right now. I actually use this a lot. I actually use my Maschine Plus a lot because it is actually very fun to make beats on it. Does it sound like an MPC? No. Does it have its own sound? Yes, it's a very clean sound, very defined sound. I like it. I really like making beats on my Maschine Plus. However, there's a few things that I wish they would update. Now, at first I was saying, hey, we need to go ahead and get a new Maschine Plus. We need it. We need it right now, which we do. With the way they develop their sounds and even the way that they have their MIDI controllers, because their MIDI controllers are super dope. I do think it's time for like a big overhaul of the Maschine Plus. Now, I'm not saying that they need to have a new one yet, which, you know, that would be dope. But I think a decent update to the Maschine Plus, this right here, would be dope. Now, I know a lot of you guys who've gotten the Maschine Plus are like, oh man, Native Instruments kind of left us to the wayside. We really don't know what to do. I get it. I understand it. But I still think it's a bright future for the Maschine MK3 and the Maschine Plus. Hopefully the Maschine MK4 will come out soon, and hopefully a Maschine Plus Plus or Maschine Plus MK2, something like that. But for right now, we are here with the Maschine Plus. We're stuck with it. But I think just by making a few adjustments, it will make the experience on the Maschine Plus a lot better. And you guys know I'm going to hammer this in over and over again. I've talked about this before, and I'm going to say it again because I think that by saying it, hopefully it might actually happen. One thing that I'm hoping that they can possibly do a update for is importing and exporting MP3 information. I know that a lot of people are trying to get that good sound quality and everything, but let's just be honest, when we email stuff, when we're bouncing stuff down, we usually do it in a MP3 format. I've seen a few other formats, but most of the time I see MP3 stuff. And of course, when I get loop makers and stuff that send me stuff, it comes in a MP3 format. I can go ahead and load that thing up on my MPC, my X, my Live 2, my Key 61, whatever. It opens right up and it works. I think that is a huge advantage that this right here is missing. And even in the software, I don't know why they don't have it in the software. I don't get it. I don't know if it's something like contractual wise or whatever, but come on, man, MP3. Can we just at least get that? Another thing I was tripping on was having a touchscreen, but overwhelmingly, there was a lot of people, a lot of machine users that were saying, hey, look, we don't need a touchscreen. were fine with it. And then over time, you know, I can kind of agree with it because you do kind of develop like a muscle memory for it. And it's not really that much faster if you would have a touch screen. I think that the screen layout could be a little bit different. And I definitely think that, you know, having a different way of connecting to like your MIDI controllers and stuff like that could be different. That could be much better. But other than that, to have a touch screen on here, to me, I feel like it would help, but I don't think that is necessarily needed. So I'm not really tripping on that anymore. Now, there's one more thing on here that I really wanted them to update, and you know, I'm getting a little older right now, so I got to think about this. Hold on. What was it? Yeah, this was a biggie for me. Being able to import your contact libraries inside of this. There is no reason why we should not be able to import our contact libraries inside of Contact, because this has Contact in it. So we should be able to import our contact libraries inside of it. Whether they're too big, too small, or whatever, we should at least have the option to be able to import our contact libraries. And I know some of you guys are like, well, hey, the CPU won't be able to handle it. Listen, I understand all that. I get it. But at least let us be able to have the option to do that. Because one thing I actually do like about this is, hold on, is that we have an option to use this SD card right here, and then we can choose how much storage we want in here. Like this right here, I have what is this? What is it? How much I got in here? This is 512 gigabytes I have in here, and I can add more if I wanted to. I think that's actually kind of dope that we can do that, and we'll have enough space to store those contact libraries if needed, because they have a ton of sounds that's built inside of here, and the CPU can't even hold them sounds. So you might as well go ahead and let us use our contact sounds and let them be able to load up in here as well, because once you use about 2 or 3 sounds in here, it is done. This thing is over with. Now, unless you use the expansions in here, which the expansions are dope. They have a whole bunch of sounds using the expansions, but using the internal stuff inside of here, ooh, boy, that thing will use up some memory and some CPU usage very quickly in here. So you might as well go ahead and just let us use our contact libraries in here. It just seems like it would just make more sense. You know, we already got Contact 7 in here, so, you know, I don't think it would be too bad to do that. But all in all, this is a very, very dope machine, no pun intended. This thing is actually very dope. I love that this has this streaming. So when I load up my drums and everything, I can just load the drums up to a pad. It works. I can go ahead and put the pads in a certain level so I can play it across here and everything. No issues, no problems with that. It's very quick to make beats. I like how you can look at the beats and sequence everything in a linear fashion on here. This thing is dope. It was way ahead of its time. And when a lot of people got this a few years ago, they were very excited because they were thinking that they were going to get a ton of updates and this thing was going to keep up. However, it's not had that many, you know, big updates, but it's still able to keep up to this day because it was so much a forward-thinking machine that, you know, even to right now, they have a lot of stuff that even the MPC doesn't have yet. Yeah, it's still dope now. Well, I'm not bashing it, but it's still dope. But just a few things could make even this much better. And oh, one more thing I forgot about, the containing folders in here. Like you can only go like maybe like if you have a folder of drums or something like that, you can only go like one folder of drums and then you can have like the other containing folders in there. But after that, that's it. You can't like add another folder and add another folder. I think that should kind of be unlimited in here. I think we should be able to, you know, have as many containing folders inside of folders so that we can, you know, kind of keep all our stuff together a little bit better. It's much better than what it was after the update, but I think we should have it to where we can have unlimited containing folders inside of folders in here, if y'all guys kind of understand what I'm saying. But all in all, this is very fun to work with. I like how everything works with the keyboards and everything. I got the S61 that works with this. I got a ton of sounds in here because of all the expansions. Sounds good. It's just a very good machine, but it could be better with just some updates. Like if you're not going to give us a new machine anytime soon, at least just give us some updates. And Native Instruments, if you do have some updates coming up soon and it comes out, of course, you know I would definitely make a follow-up video saying I'm sorry. I do that all the time. All right, so should you guys get this? And I'm gonna tell you this right now, okay? Now, the good thing about getting a Maschine Plus is if you don't already have like a MK3 or something like that, or like the little micro or whatever, the Maschine Plus works perfectly in standalone mode and it hooks up to the computer the exact same way as the MK3. Now, if you have an MK3, I'm just gonna be honest, I think you should just probably stick with that. But if you don't have that, I would say go ahead and get the Maschine Plus, because that way you can make beats with the computer or without the computer. It's gonna cost you a little bit more, but you have that option. Some people actually like working without the computer, and that is me. I like working in a standalone type of a mode. But if you like working with inside the computer strictly, I would say get the MK3. It's much cheaper. You can do a lot more stuff in the computer. You can see everything and it works great. And I have fun using my MK3 all the time. But since I got this, all I gotta do is just plug this up, put it in controller mode, and I'm done. So this wasn't totally a video bashing the Maschine Plus, but come on, Native Instruments, just give us some updates. If you're not gonna give us a new one, just give us some updates so the Maschine users can have something to work with, and just consider some of the stuff I was saying. Just consider it. And if you guys feel the same way, let me know in the comment section. Let me know of some features that you guys would like to see in the Maschine Plus. And hopefully the good folks at Native Instruments will hear us out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out.